You ever realize how weird Minecraft's base is? I mean, not only is Minecraft's Earth over 7 times larger than the actual Earth, not only is the Earth, the Sun, and the Moon the only objects in the universe, but somehow in vanilla Minecraft, you can actually go to space. And no, I'm not talking about the April Fool's version. Wait a minute, what? Minecraft worlds are 7 times bigger than the actual one? That can't be right. The total area of the real Earth's surface is 510 trillion square meters. You may think that's a lot, and it's mostly just water, but believe me, Minecraft is far, far larger. You've heard that Minecraft worlds are infinite, right? I mean, that's kind of a main selling point of the game. And while it is technically true, it is also technically false. You see, there is a limit after you go 30 million blocks away from spawn, called the world border. But technically, the world border is a few blocks shorter than that. It's kind of complicated to calculate, so let's just say that it's 30 million blocks. But that's only from spawn. It also spans in the negative direction. And since the opposite of 30 million is negative 30 million, the Minecraft world actually spans 60 million by 60 million meters. And if you actually multiply 60 mil by 60 mil, you get 3.6 e plus 15, which is 3.6 quadrillion. Divide that by 510 trillion, and you get over 7. That's right, this means that the total area of Earth is 7 times smaller than the area of one Minecraft world. To scale, that means that our world next to Minecraft's world looks like this. But no, it gets even stranger. There are only 3 things in Minecraft space: the Earth, the Sun, and the Moon. And I'm pretty sure it's impossible to tell the order of orbits. Does the Earth orbit the Sun and the Moon orbit the Earth? Or does the Sun orbit the Earth and the Earth orbit the Moon? It's impossible to tell. For the funnies, I'd like to think that the Sun orbits the Earth. And for the April Fool's thing, yes, in 23W13A or B, you can go to the moon, but that's not canon. Plus, if you count that, you'd also have to count all 1 billion of the other dimensions and the other April Fool's versions. But none of those exist in 26.1. Anyway, let's go to space. On real Earth, space is about 100,000 meters off the ground. But we've never actually built that high. The tallest thing we've ever built was the Tower of Babel. And the second tallest thing we've ever built was the Burj Khalifa, which is 828 meters tall. Unfortunately, the tallest structure we can build in Minecraft only goes up to y equals 319, and the lowest we can go is down to y equals negative 64. We'll talk about the void later. Now, while the tallest thing we can build is up to y equals 319, we can go much higher. If we just fly, we'll go up pretty quickly, and if you spectate, you can go even quicker. But teleporting is even faster. The max height you can teleport to is y equals 20 million. Now, you can still fly up past that point, you just can't teleport higher than that for some reason. Here's a reminder: 20 million meters above Earth's surface look like this. It's just space. But 20 million meters above Minecraft's surface is just the morning sky. We're still in the Minecraft world's atmosphere, meaning that it stretches tens of millions of meters. This is what it looks like, by the way. Using Minecraft's world files, you can go extremely high. The max amount is actually 2 to the power of 1024, which has over 300 digits, making it a lot larger than Google, so it's pretty darn high. But if you go literally 1 block over that limit, you reach infinity. Literally infinity. Not a number so large that it takes up the whole screen, not a scientific notation. The y coordinate literally says infinity. Credit to Prison Block for this one. And we all know what infinity is. It's the number that never ends. Some say that it's not a number. The important thing is that it never ends. And at y equals infinity, the sky isn't blue. It is black. We're actually in space, which makes sense. If you teleport infinity out of our actual Earth, you would hit nothing and see nothing, because light will never get to infinity. You would also be way outside of the universe, because the universe isn't expanding fast enough to reach infinity. So in a way, Minecraft mirrors exactly what infinity looks like. No stars, no moon, no sun, no earth, no nothing, because light coming from those areas will never reach you. Now let's go in the opposite direction, the void. The lowest down you can build is y equals negative 64, and if you go 64 blocks past that, you'll start taking damage, presumably because you ran out of oxygen. If you give yourself regeneration 255, you can go as far as you want in the void, but that takes a lot of time. Spids already did a video on this, and I'll link it in the description. Some interesting things from this video include the fact that at y equals negative 200 million,
and this is what happened. After changing the integer limit, Minecraft actually did let us teleport the 200 million blocks we set it to. But the weirdest part about all of this is that teleporting this far down removes the damage the void gives you.
This is slightly interesting, and I'm honestly confused about what this means for Minecraft astronomy. In theory, it would work the opposite way, because of the lack of oxygen when you're in that deep. But if you teleported the 64-byte integer limit in the the void, you stop falling downwards. Now this I can work with. This actually makes quite a lot of sense. Since you're so far away from the sun, the moon, and the earth, gravity can no longer affect you from that distance, causing you to stop falling entirely. And that's basically where SPID stopped. The 64-bit integer limit, which looks like this. Big number, I know, and that's basically where the void ends. So basically, Minecraft lacks an atmosphere beyond y equals -64. Also, this probably doesn't work in Bedrock, because that void is a bit different from the Java one. In the Java void, you can fall for millions of blocks, but in Bedrock, you can only fall for a certain distance before landing on the floor? The floor isn't even made of barriers, or bedrock, or air. I'm pretty sure it's another type of invisible block, and I have no idea why they're here instead of the standard Java void. Maybe something to do with mobile devices' power usages? But we're done with the void. Now let's go to something even crazier, the weather. At some point, this is what the sky looks like. In Minecraft, there are 4 types of weather: clear, rain, thunder, and snow. And it's technically 3 because rain in cold areas is actually snow, and it straight up doesn't rain in hot biomes. But surprisingly, if you go exactly 514 blocks into the air, the rain suddenly turns into snow. This happens in real life too, just not as suddenly. Apparently, this is a reference to the secret clouds above the normal clouds that spout snow instead of rain. But the problem with that is that those clouds don't actually exist. The snow comes from nothing. The fact that the snow comes from nothing also means that if you go high enough, the snow starts to distort. Teleporting to y equals 20 mil is the easiest way to view this. If it's snowing near the ground, the snowflakes are normal sized particles, but go to y equals 20 mil and they get really tall and distorted. It looks like hyperspace. We just explored the sky, the void, and the weather. We literally found infinity and distorted snow. Now let's go to the other 4 dimensions: x, z, -x, and -z. Speaking of dimensions, if this video gets 900 likes, I will make a sequel video about exploring the astronomy of the Nether and End. And while you're there, please subscribe. Anyway, we've already established that the world border is at x, z, -x, or -z equals 30 mil. But you can actually go past that with some pretty neat trickery. If you go into a super flat world, then replace the grass blocks with rails, you can place a minecart at the edge of the world border. Then you can shrink the world border a little bit, go past where it would normally be by using the minecart, then put it back at its normal size. Yay, we're past the world border. Normally when you're out here, you can only go a short distance before literally being stopped by an unremovable invisible wall. This happens in survival, adventure, creative, and even spectator mode. But something interesting happens if you use a minecart to escape the border instead. The minecart will actually bring you outside the normal limit. So how far can we go using the minecart? 96 blocks. 30,096 blocks. This may seem random, but if you divide 30,096 by 2, you get an integer. Interesting. Divide by 2 again? Another integer. You can do this 5 times before getting an odd number. Is this useful? Not at all, but it sure is interesting. Anyway, even when you get to 30,096, the Minecraft world still goes on. This brings up 2 possibilities. Either it actually ends at some point, or it doesn't, and it keeps on generating stuff, and eventually gets to the Farlands 2.0. I will leave that one up to you guys in the comments, because I kinda want this video to have an ambiguous ending. Thanks for watching the CYT Minecraft video, Psalms 147.5, and until next time, undefeatable army.